Hi there YouTube folks. You might recall that I've fitted a second horn to my motorbike in a previous video. Well, this lockdown thing that we're going through is maybe going a little bit stir crazy and it's giving me too much time to think. And so I want to see if I can put the big snail horns on my motorbike. Now, yeah, like you just saw me looking there to the motorbike. I'm still thinking about whether it's a good idea or not. Let me show you the plan. So I'm still looking over there. Sorry. Let me show you the plan. The plan. So I've got a little fairing fastener there, and I've attached a metal bracket to the back. I'll show you the bracket in a minute. And I've got a horn. Thing is, it's not just going to be one horn. I want one just like this on the other side. To that end, I've already removed the fairing, and this is what I've got. It's a bit rough and ready at the moment, so it's just this little bracket here, going to be behind this fastener, and it's going to be like that. That's the plan at the moment. Problem is, the engine here and the piping is not symmetrical, so bits are sticking out in different places on both sides of the bike. You can see this bit of tubing here versus okay, see you in a minute, bye bye. So yeah, you got more tubing, and the engine's designed differently around here, so it's going to be hard to get the horns mounted symmetrically, which is very important for my OCD. I haven't really got OCD, but I really want them to look symmetrical, especially if I'm looking from the front of the bike. If they're at a different height, or they have to be at a different angle between the two, yeah, I'm not going to like that. But first thing I need to do is do something about the cable. I need to get the horn wiring from up here to down here. I did come up with this cable when I had these snail horns. When I had these on my Suzuki Bandit, I did have these to connect the horns together. I wonder if I could do something with that. Will this go through there somewhere? Unfortunately, my camera hat's kind of getting in the way slightly. So, ow. It's all very close to the exhaust pipe down here. But if I feed it, if I were able to feed it, maybe just above the oil filter, I might be able to get away with something. Might be able to have it. I don't know if you can see that very well, but there is a clip there, so I could bend, could get the cable on the clip. That's good if I can get it through. I'm gonna have to do a bit of working out, by the way, because I'm not sure what is positive and negative on these terminals. A little look, see, there you go. So that's all I did. Just put the wire straight through the little hole on the terminal on the horn and connect that to the other horn. So I could take the cable from the other side, run it down to the first horn. Now I've got to remember which terminal's which. Oh, isn't that nice? They both got the same pattern on the cables. There we go. So, where are we coming from? Oh, it is. It is this one. Yeah, it is. Right then, there you come. Hopefully. Yes! Love it. So these are just connected to the horn basically at the moment, so they can just come out. If these two are connected to the horn terminals, and they connect to here, and then power both horns. Seems reasonable to me. Just have to rustle up some spade terminals, I think, for these two cables. Get the cable through to the other side. Fortunately, this is kind of a two-man job. Sorry, you can't see a thing, can you? I can tell because my eyes are near the top of their sockets trying to look at the cable, which means the camera's not looking at the right thing. Yeah, you couldn't see any of that, so I fed the cable through to the other side. So this is what I said about the clearance and the difficulty maybe in making these horns symmetrically positioned or angled. I could be scratching the paint and I don't really want to do that. Space is tight. If I can tighten up the horn a little bit, stop it moving around so much. Oh, look at that white. Let's get the cable, find the cable on the other side. I haven't actually looked for it yet. Where are you? There you are. Lovely. Put you back on. So let's try and be consistent, shall we? We've got a black trace on this white wire. That black trace on that white wire goes to this terminal, and this terminal is attached to the red wire. So that's the, let's call that the back terminal. So the red stripe or the red cable essentially ultimately is on the black trace wire. So that's you. And that's you. So as far as that's concerned, that bit of the wiring's okay. It's just knowing what's positive and negative out of these two. I don't think there's any way of finding out. I suspect if I found a wiring diagram, I'd know what the green and brown cables were, but then inside I don't quite know what's going on. Right, I'm gonna have a think about this. I'm gonna have a cup of coffee and I'll come back to you. Okay, I've had a bit of a think and a little bit of look on the internet. Now, it would appear that with respect to the clasp on this Denali wiring adapter for the horn, that this cable on this side of the adapter is negative and that side's positive. Also, I found out on the internet that the top terminal here is positive, back terminal's negative. So, in order to get this all theoretically connected and happy, I need the yellow cable here, which is positive, attached to the front end of this adapter, and the back connected here. Well, that's loose, that needs a bit of work. Come on. Oh, whatever, let's just give it a bit of a squash. Oh, that's tighter. Nice. Although I've got a lot more wiring cleaning to do. In fact, I might even take this cable outside of the frame. It's all hidden behind the fairing anyway. I think we're ready to try the horn. Unfortunately, I'm going to feel a bit guilty about this because if you take my maybe music you can hear in the background, listen to how quiet it is. That's really quiet. Anyway, let's start the bike. Right, what I'll do is I'll get this camera over there sat on a chair or something so you can see what's going on. Well, I think we established that the horns work. Cool. Let's get some cable ties and start buttoning things up. I just have to make sure in a bit that this cable stays away from the exhaust, which I think it does. Oh, no it doesn't. I'm touching the exhaust. Okay. It might even be stuck to the exhaust. Bugger. I can't get my hands in there right now because the exhaust is hot. Oh yeah. God, I feel like Brock. Not checking clearance before you start the engine. Clever guy. Where's the hot? Oh yeah, that's not great. I think it's alright though, it's not the end of the world. I think I can just wrap that up and have another attempt at getting the cable through away from everything. So not the end of the world, but before I do anything else I think I'm going to need to let the engine cool down. This cable tied that little bunch together. You can go behind the horn. I'll leave the other horns in situ in case something goes pear-shaped. I need to kind of revert back to the original setup. Okay, the exhaust is still quite hot, but anyway, I've managed to feed the cable through that little clip and then through a bracket that's holding, I think, the oil cooler on, and it's got a little section that I can feed the cable through, and the cable can't go forward and get close to the exhaust, but then it goes back from that out to this side of the coolant tube. Now attempt to put on this self-amalgamating tape. I don't need much tape because it really is very stretchy. Hopefully, I'll do. Don't think you can see that very well. So I'm just going to wrap that there, hold that there, pull on the tape and kind of try and wrap it around. Keep tension on it, keep it stretched as you pull the tape around. I didn't need much. Didn't even need that much. And hopefully just push it against itself and that's sorted. The tricky bit is just the last little piece. You've got to keep that stretched. Just as you finish, you want to hold it against itself. It should be stretched as well, because if it's not stretched, it's not warm, and if it's not warm, it doesn't stick to itself. The tricky bit is going to be the second one, trying to get past the first terminal. So, okay, it might not have pulled off enough. All the metal brackets in the back, in the way as well behind it. This needs to be done off the bike. be so much easier. There you go. Why didn't I think of that? Right, so again, don't know if you can see it, but let's start stretching and wrapping. See, that's stretched. Gone around 3 times already. Just that little piece. I love this stuff. We're good. I'm good. We are all wrapped up. Good enough for me. Now, put the other fairing back on. And then we start trying to align the horns. Right, so I think I've finished with the horns, just about. Now, ideally, in a perfect world, I'd have these horns facing properly forward, all the way out. But if I get caught in rain, these horns don't work so well. It's really why these horns should be behind the plastic somewhere, hidden away, but unfortunately there's just no space for it. As you saw in the previous video, I tried to mount it there, and it only worked if I actually had the mouthpiece of the horn kind of facing backwards inside the plastics. There was not enough space to rotate it forward, so that wasn't a goer. So from the front, if I tilt the camera, hopefully to match the angle of the bike on the side stand, they're not looking, hopefully you can see that, they're not looking too bad, not sticking out too far. So in a minute I might just start the bike again and just give it one more blast. Just make sure everything's still working. But it is so quiet out here. I feel pretty bad. But they'll forget about it in a couple of hours probably. That's what I think I'm going to be going with going into the new season. Right, so let's give it one more start and one more beep. So I think that's it for now. Okay, so I think you'll agree I've most definitely got a big horn now. Thanks for hanging out with me. Stay home, stay safe, protect the NHS. This is going to sound strange when you're watching this video in a few years' time. But anyway, be safe and I'll see you again soon. Hi guys, one more thing. Today marks a year since I first posted a video onto YouTube and created the channel. So I'd just like to thank everybody who's watched my videos and especially to my subscribers. I'm up to 50 now, which is fantastic. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't think anyone would be bothered with my videos. But looks like a few people like them, which is great. I'll keep doing them. Hopefully when this lockdown is all over and done with, get back on the road, get some more riding done, and do a few more videos for you. So thank you very much. Take care, and yeah, see you again.